This is him.
A face like that never changes. If anyone can get you an audience with the Earl, it's Sheriff Eustace.
I hope Percy Hamley will show more understanding with us than he did with the people of Wigley. I'm concerned what kind of man Percy Hamley must have become to kill people for mere poaching. Good day, Sheriff. I must talk to the Earl. It's a legal matter of utmost urgency.
Get in line, monk.
Are they all waiting to see him?
What did you expect on court day, monk?
I fear this is going to take a while.
I'll go look for Richard. Seeing that he's going into battle, he needs equipment.
In the meantime, let's hope I can persuade the Earl to rethink this breach of our agreement.
I'll talk to Meg about the sales of the Priory's wool as well. We will find a way to keep the cathedral's construction going, Philip, with or without the stone and timber they took from us.
We must.
Place that will lead our generation to an end.
Has the queue not moved at all?
We stand like pillars of salt. But I am sure the Earl will accept petitioners soon. I hope it's before the workers at Kingsbridge leave the construction site because I cannot pay them.
The end is upon us, but our Earl will lead us to salvation.
Is that so?
A hard hand for hard times. It will all make sense. You will see. Open your eyes. The signs.
Good to see you, Meg. I'm here to collect the money we've made so far.
Excuse me. We were in the middle of something.
What's the problem?
Even you merchants have become thieves. What a rotten place this has become.
He ordered the cartload of wool weeks ago, but now he refuses to pay the price we'd agreed upon.
Let's think about why the prices are so high this year.
So you can put more money into your pockets?
Actually, the Earl has raised all fees. It costs more to pass the gate, to set up shop, to get a license, and to trade.
I suppose. But the price is not as was agreed.
Did you use a tally to record the price?
But, are you with the sheriff? Just who are you, woman?
I am the owner of this business.
Oh.
Here's our half aliena.
Now, would you kindly hand me your part of the tally? There are more notches on our part.
2 pieces, 2 different prices.
Granted, adding notches to our part would have been much easier.
Aha! You're admitting it.
But the area with missing notches is thinner than the rest.
You're right. It looks like something was carved off.
What? Are you saying I'm a fraud?
Look, times are hard for all of us. I won't report you to the sheriff.
This wool will not make enough cloth for all of my master's servants' clothes. Let alone all the shirts he wants for himself.
Whoever pays servants and wants to wear many shirts should be able to pay the price for quality wool like this.
Quality? Yes, but it is not high quality. Now that you mention it, I see it. I cannot pay that much money for bad wool like this.
Now he's doubting the quality.
Fine. Then let me prove the quality of my wool.
Ha! Just you try. That's not the price we agreed on.
It is what...
Our food is rotting. Our animals dying. Our homes.
Aren't you tired of Christian art? Their sad faces and dull colours are always giving me a foul mood. just like this town.
I agree. I'd prefer to see lush paintings of the fine things in life.
Maybe I should start painting.
What would your first masterpiece be?
I'm thinking fruits and decorative objects, arranged on a luxurious tablecloth.
At least you could take your time with that. Fruit doesn't rot that quickly.
Maybe I could sell my paintings at markets.
You haven't painted your first one yet, and you're already thinking about selling it.
Excuse me, would you care to give me your opinion on the quality of this wool?
Of course. Please, show us. Oh, how wonderfully soft.
And what thorough scouring. There isn't a hint of dirt or grease.
The fibre is exceptionally fine, and the colour is even and light.
Suitable for high-quality garments.
I'm glad you think so too. Would you be so kind as to confirm this to a customer of mine, should the need arise?
Of course. Just send them our way.
With all these taxes and the shrinking markets, I wasn't sure whether visiting shiring would still be worth it. But for that quality of wool, I'll say it is.
Daylight robbery. I'll take my business elsewhere.
You won't find a better price.
There are Flemish merchants just a few streets away. They were very interested in my wool, and they would be delighted to confirm its quality to you.
Anyone can let their friends lie for them.
It is sad, but it seems we can't find an agreement. Keep your money, good man. We'll sell to somebody else. I was made an offer by the Flemish merchants, but I declined. I'm a merchant with principles, and we promised the wool to you. They'll be delighted to hear the good news.
No, wait. Maybe we can negotiate. My master would not want me to leave here with empty hands.
Competing with foreigners and nobility is no trifle. They're relentless and have deep pockets.
Aliena.
But if you prefer to take your chances...
No, wait. I'm taking the wool, all right.
I don't want to ruin you.
My master can afford it, he just doesn't want to. And he has a temper. God damn it. You show no mercy, do you?
A pleasure doing business with you.
Next time he'll buy elsewhere, I'm afraid. A good merchant always strives for a deal that feels like a victory for both sides. Remember that.
We don't need customers like him, and we have our money.
Yes, and you have my thanks.
One more thing. Could you try to get Ovid's Amores for me when you travel to Winchester? It's a book.
Yes, I can ask Brother Theobald. His book collection is more comprehensive than the church would like.
Then he'll be the right one to ask. Thank you.
No problem at all.
My father caught a cold. Gets sick from worrying too much.
Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is upon us!
Here.
Thank you. It should be enough to keep our workers around until I have solved our problems with Percy Hamley. But Tom said that without stone and timber, we will have to stop construction in a month.
You must speak to the Earl. I still have to give Richard his money. But then I'll come and wait with you.
From the looks of it, I'll be standing here for quite a while.
I don't have time to deal with drunks. How's business?
Slow.
Well, at least you still have your regulars.
Even in bad times, people drink. The Earl of Shiring has imposed new laws and taxes, and it makes times very bad for us.
Today we ride to Lincoln. Drinks are on me. Taverner! Another round for everyone!
You're the best, Richard.
It's Sir Richard.
Nonsense. We're all brothers, right?
It is Sir Richard.
Oh.
And here I thought you needed my money for new armor.
Oh, I do. A knight is only as good as his equipment. Have you seen Alonso's sword? With men-at-arms so well equipped, how could I fight alongside King Stephen less well equipped?
And inferior armor may cost him his life.
Only the best for the best.
Hey, you should be more responsible with our money.
I spend it on my reputation. What's more responsible than that?
You are paying for other people's wine. Some of whom you don't even know.
Knighthood is about more than fighting, Ali. It's a way of life. We fight together, we drink together, we die together.
Right you are. To hell and back we go. To hell and back.
Alonso, you make that sound like a bad thing.
But you could spend our money a little more wisely.
Do you want William Hamley to become Earl of Shiring or me?
What kind of question is that? If we're lucky, then he will never return from the Holy Land.
He already did.
What?
We ran into Robert of Gloucester's men. At first, I wasn't sure it was him. He wore the cloak of a crusader.
No. Don't do it. Please. Have mercy. My God, please. Don't.
And then King Stephen called out his name.
William Hamley, join me. We ride.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to upset you.
You what?
This is not about you or me, Ali. Allowing the father of that monster to remain Earl would not only betray our father, it'd mean betraying everyone. William is a butcher, a filthy bastard without honor.
Mind your tongue. You speak of the son of the Earl of Shiring.
I am the son of the Earl.
Sir Richard, your father went against our king and lost his title and his lands. You are not the heir to the title, not as things are now.
What did you just say?
Oh, easy.
You treacherous bastard!
Calm down. Do you want to slaughter each other and help the enemy?
Accusing me of treason. You most loyal man at arms.
Me or William? Choose a goddamn side, Alonso of Toledo. Come on, choose!
I've collected our earnings, Richard.
Good. At least there's one person I can rely on. My sister.
Can't believe this.
I don't have time to settle your fights for you. You're 2 adult men. Act like it.
I didn't ask for your help now, did I?
Here.
Finally. I mean, thank you, Ali. This will cover decent equipment. Nothing exceptional, but it will do.
Just promise to be careful.
I've learned a few tricks. I'll be fine.
Must you really fight? What is all this good for?
For Father, Ali. I will save Shiring from Percy Hamley.
But who's going to save you?
With men like these, I'm afraid I'm already beyond saving.
I see. I wish you the best of luck. I'll be at the marketplace with Philip.
And make more money, I hope.
And again, you think money solves everything.
It does. It keeps you on my side, doesn't it?
Return safely.
I'm a knight, Ali, not a child.
You think I do this for money? I don't have to put up with this.
Oh, please don't
It keeps on
talk like
happening.
this. You're making it worse.
You know that, Simon.
Have you finished your business?
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
Philip, I now understand why our market at Kingsbridge has had more visitors lately. Shiring isn't what it used to be. Steep taxes and strict laws have taken their toll on the town.
Is that so?
These merchants would give anything to do their business at another fleece fair, but there's none nearby. They need a place with fair taxes, one that can put those taxes to good use.
Are you thinking of a fleece fair in Kingsbridge?
Call in the monk and the woman he's with.
You, impatient monk. It's your turn. The girl, too.
Me? What? Did you want me to come with you?
No. We're not first in line, are we?
Well, lucky you, then. Get moving. Philip of Gwynedd, Prior of Kingsbridge. The Earl of Shiring.
Thank you for hearing me, old Percy. Please allow me to introduce my friend, Aliena of Kingsbridge.
I knew it was you. Oh, it doesn't sound like you missed me.
I demand to talk to the Earl of Shiring. He has broken his word.
You are talking to the Earl of Shiring.
Bishop Whaler.
The enemies of this earldom have taken Percy Hamley from our midst.
Mother!
Do you consider yourself a friend of the earldom of Shiring, Philip?
Friend? That damn monk is drinking the blood of my earldom!
It is not for us to damn them, Lord William. But judge them we must.
Your parents had an agreement with King Stephen.
You're a thief! You both are. And you once told me that some sins cannot simply be forgiven. Then it should not surprise you that I don't take as kindly to thieves as my father did. Shiring is changing. The king has never licensed a market in Kingsbridge.
Your market is illegal, Philip.
You are stealing my taxes by allowing my people to trade in your sorry priory, and you disrespect my authority!
Is that true, Philip?
I will talk to the king about this.
You and your friends have always played by your own rules, but not anymore. Fracture for fracture, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. The days of Kingsbridge Cathedral are over.
Now leave. The next time I will show no mercy.
You are late. Is it done?
No. Their builder is alive.
What about the saint?
I couldn't get into their crypt unseen.
You disappoint me again, Timothy.
Please, when did I ever fail you before today, Right Reverend?
Regan Hamley is alive.
She didn't.
No. Your poison has left her in a deep sleep. When the time is right, I will send our Earl of Shiring to finish what I asked of you. Kingsbridge will fall.
I had assumed that as long as the market was held within the walls of the priory, and the taxes supported the construction of our cathedral, Kingsbridge would need no market license. I had made a foolish mistake. Now I had no option but to call on King Stephen for help. And as Aliena suggested, I joined the knights on their way north to Lincoln. More and more men joined our group. Most of them had no horses and no weapons to speak of. As King Stephen prepared for his final battle against Robert of Gloucester, he had ordered all able men of his earldoms to fight in the north. Then, at nightfall, our group reached a large camp of Stephen's men. Many men asked me to pray with them. They were husbands, fathers, and children about to fight in a war that most of them did not understand. It was then that I witnessed Aliena's brother Richard shouting at a man. The man was in tears, saying he did not want to fight and begging to be allowed to go home. I told Richard to have pity. Full of anger, he told me that he would hang deserters himself if need be. Then the man interrupted us by shouting infamities about Robert of Gloucester and started to laugh. Richard and his knights joined in and began to cheer for the king. Richard seemed to me just as desperate as the young man, but he did not know it. His temper would not make him a just earl, I thought. But again, I hoped to see a cruel man win his battles, only to defeat a man more cruel than him, William Hamley. After a long first day on my way to Lincoln, I found a place to rest. I fell asleep soon and dreamed about soldiers. But these soldiers were not on their way to Lincoln. They had come up the twisting hillside path to our little hamlet in North Wales. My brother Francis and I had tried to outrun them and to warn my parents. But as always when I had this dream, we were too late. King Henry's men had killed Mam and Da. Abbot Peter came to take us in, just as it had happened so long ago. But this time, in my dream, something was different. I was 6 years old then, and Abbot Peter had not yet taught us about God. But still, I asked the monk the question, why did God do that? I had said that. It had been my voice answering the child. It was me. I was responsible for the fate of these children, Richard and Aliena. As I tried to calm them, I realized the blood of their father was still on my hands. I awoke with a start. It was as if my dream had not been a warning, but a reminder. I had sinned, and I had to atone for my sins. I prayed that I would be able to help those that had already suffered by my hand, and all of Kingsbridge. After what felt like an eternity, the sun rose and we continued on our way to Lincoln. As we moved, I remembered hearing that Bishop Waleran had been to Rome, and William had fought in the Holy Land. I told myself that King Stephen would eventually see these men for what they really were. He had to. And I tried to convince myself that God would make things right.